So, welcome again. Couple of weeks, we were understanding those 8 steps. Work on the family, professional, social life, and we are going deeper. The Lord Satsang, company of the truth. So there is a teacher there, and the knowledge we learn the principles of to discover our true nature. So this is the third stage of the life we have understood. And I made it very clear sorry, that we talk a lot about initiation. So that initiation is known as, so that the highest understanding, the clear understanding means the give and aksha, give the third eye, the right knowledge, an end to the suffering. Now, how can I summarize all the 9 steps? All the 9 steps has a catch, and that is hidden in the third stage. So now pay attention. There was a great robber, almost lived 3,000 years ago, and it's a real story. So on the highway, he used to rob everyone on the way. And those who resist, he used to kill. So one day was passing through. Pay attention. We understand that how to perform any activity in the family, in the professional, and in the social life. 2 main principles. Mind should continue to focus on the very action, and that action must be right. So you see that I'm all the 8 steps. All the 8 steps. Okay. So all the 8. Was passing through the same village. The robber asked him to give advice, he would be finished. And at the same time, robber said that you seem to be a prince. I could see the said, yes, I am a prince, and I have the most secret, but I will not give you. Then I will kill you. Now, so he said, provided I will give you that on a one condition. So what is that condition? Go home. Wife, your children, you have been killing people, robbing people. Wife ready to share responsibility. Now it covers all the 8 steps. See that. Is your son ready to share responsibility of your robbing and killing? Even the members of our family is 100% wrong, but fighting with the stranger, we fight with it. So it gives you the entire steps. So if ask your father, your mother, your son, your daughter, are they willing to share that? No, you will leave the place. No, tie me with the tree. I for you. So he went to his home, the robber. He asked the mother. Mother said, forget about it. It is your responsibility to take care of your old father and mother. And now you're asking me to share the responsibility. Whatever you do, it's none of my concern. You have to feed us. Are you getting it? We almost every day in our life. At the end of the story, we will open the most important principle of Eastern wisdom, without which nothing can be done. Asked his son, daughter, nobody was ready to share any responsibility. Returning, he was thinking, I have been my whole life a wrong person. Ability for me to get rid of all that I have done? Because nobody is ready to share the responsibility. He came to that master. He narrated the whole story. The master said, you stop doing it now, because the people you are doing it for are not ready to take responsibility. And I will think what is the best in life. Now, what happened? Anyhow, but Shuri, as a robber, his name was Ratnakar. And he became one of the great masters in the tradition of Eastern wisdom. His name, he has the greatest text, which is known as Ramayana. You have heard about Ramayana. So he wrote that text, Ramayana. His name was Valmiki. Now, what happened? That is the thing. The knowledge happened in my intellect that this is wrong. I'm getting carried away, a rich guy, because of robbing, and I should own the responsibility. Ignorance, he was thinking that whatever I rob, it goes to my members of the family, the responsibility. He was able to separate in the mind what is unreal. Are you getting it? That principle is known as, means discernment. If I say in English, discernment. So the first step we have taken, what was the first step in the third stage of the life? Learning the teacher, but how to learn it? What is the catch? What is the secret behind it? Is as the Viveka. There are two steps in this. Second step, Viveka Vairagya. So, and Vairagya means dispassion. Start working on this viveka from today. At least one thing sure. The mind will enter into anxiety. You apply viveka, the anxiety is gone. How fast, how deep, how with that clarity you apply viveka. It's a very big topic, but I will try to summarize today. What is viveka? Discernment. Discernment. So, viveka literally means to separate. Things together, you separate. And then you see what is real, what part of what is real. It is so much clear. Are you getting it? Let me take a calm down. Have you heard about the swan in the Eastern wisdom? Those swans, they have an ability to separate milk from the water. Ask, how milk is not found in the Himalayas. But yes, lotus flowers, and in the stem of a lotus, you have a white liquid that contains a lot of protein and vitamins. It's a food for the swan. It opens the stem, it filters and drops the water and drinks the liquid, which is known as milk. Swan. In Hindi and Sanskrit is known as Hans. You might have their name ends with Hans. Rama, Krishna, Param Hans. Lives into that state of wisdom who can separate. Did you get it? In a simple way. Sesame seed and the sand are mixed up. Sesame seed and the salt, we can separate the two. Are you clear? That is also known as viveka. Clear? We are going slowly. Make it now. What about the mixture of milk and the water? It is little bit into the machine, the water is extracted and the milk is separated. Clear? There are two things. There are more than two things. We know the physical and the chemical properties, and we can. That is also known as viveka. But how that viveka applies in our daily life? Can you guess? Viveka or discernment happen inside my head as a knowledge practice to separate. Have you heard the chanting Shanti mantra? Asato ma satgamaya. So there are two things. Why you become angry? So others, why you become angry? I'm not able to separate real from the unreal. I don't, I totally disagree with you. You are 100% it. I'm also 100% wrong. I'm not able to separate the two. Are you getting it? The moment all the previous nine steps are done, Viveka. So separate water from the milk. We can easily separate sesame seed from the sand. Now to separate. Asatoma Satagamaya. False from the wisdom. Mortality from the immortality. To real from the unreal. So we have the properties of an unreal in our life. We have, can I work at every moment in my life? The knowledge practice that is known as Viveka. Without Viveka, never succeeded in any meditation. Do you remember the first of the eightfold? Right view, right knowledge. So Buddha has put it at the first step. The seventh step to practice mindfulness. Now see, I literally says Vivek Khyati Viplava Hanopaya. What is the ultimate method to live into the state, to settle that Viveka in the intellect? Viveka, then you close your eyes and the mind starts moving inside because it is leaving what is first inside the head, and then you start the practice. It takes a lot of sessions. Sometime when we will find time, so we will go deeper into. Be very clear. Nothing will happen without Viveka. So people are practicing focused on their breath and nothing happens because they lack Viveka. They lack discernment. I enter into the fancies, imagination, and hallucinations. I'm practicing meditation. That is a hallucination or imagination. So I get carried away and everything is gone. Are you getting? I must discern. I must separate the two. That is why let all these experiences come and go until we reach to the goal. Accept them, continue the journey. When that knowledge is you are doing the practice, what happens? It filters out what is unreal. You experience the change in the mind. That changes the brain. Attitude and behavior. Some of you have sent an email that my attitude and behavior are changing. The outer world are changing. That is wonderful. So it is the brain. First, changes to wisdom. Then you practice, you gain an experience. There are two parts. Seeing. How do you see intellect? By the practice of Viveka. And now you have to feel, you have to experience. So you need to practice. What happens? Mind changes the brain. Brain changes your attitude, is your personality. What it means by changing the personality, that now your the personal, professional, social life is changing. It is coming from inside. And ultimately, you are settled in meditation. Cover up in a briefly what why we do not live in viveka. We live with wrong thinking. And we claim that wrong thing right. For example, I marry to be happy, I divorce to be unhappy. Move that happiness is within you, not outside. Can I live into that state of aveka? Viveka. Viveka or discernment educates our mind, brings the clarity. So there are at least 10 or types of viveka. First is right and wrong. Filter out what is right from what is wrong at every moment in life. Not from outside in my behavior and attitude, but inside what my mind is getting jealous, having an anxiety, having a duality. I must clear that before one that I discussed a lot about the Shreyas and the Preyas. What is right and good. And we are 100% clear the properties of what is right and good. It is all pervading consciousness. It is not affected by the past, present, and the future. My body is affected by the time, my intellect is affected by the time, my ego is affected by the time. But there is something by the time, the cause, the space, Shreyas and Preyas. Sometimes we do not differentiate between the goals and the means. What is the goal? Happiness. What is the mean? So what happens in our mind? The money becomes the goal. Think. Money becomes the goal for happiness. Are you getting it? We have a stress in our professional life, in our family life, in our social. Able to separate the two. Where to separate? Inside my head. Going deeper. Sorrow from happiness. Can I give you an example? How's your professional side? I have a lot of stress. And still I'm doing for a work. So that not only builds a stress in my life, but that also I'm not able to separate. Are you getting it? That is the reason I'm fully busy. Viveka. Sorrow in the happiness I am not able to. And then separate the body and the owner of the body. Owner of the body is true nature. Body is an instrument. Are you getting it? Covers almost everything. It covers everything. So needs to be done 24/7. You are living kind of awareness. I'm looking at Lara, the mind, maybe because just an example, last impression wants to react, and then I ask myself, is reaction is right response? Can I drop my mind from what is unreal, move to the real? Are you getting it? Even in the kitchen, at the workplace, in really where you apply that, Viveka. It is because of lack of Viveka, wrong thinking. Where is that wrong thinking? Take one example and then we'll start with the practice. What we say, Satyagamaya. So we understand philosophically, what is that? Oh, there is a false. We need to move the truth. But question is, am I applying in my life? What is false? Remember this all the time. Any experience of anxiety, duality, stress, overexertion, fatigue, over false is false. Don't think that, no, it means, I should not work. First, clear your head. Separate the two. Can I work in peace? Can I work in calmness? Can I not understand? I have to do a lot of things. The mind is already moving into wrong notion. That of things, hence you should be busy, you should be reactive, you should forget something. Are you getting it? Close your eyes. Let us start meditation. Eyes are closed. I will sow the seed of a higher meditation closed. And you see that what seed I'm putting. Mind is look into the space or darkness. The body is steady. Eyes are closed. And we have started our practice. Do you feel even 5? Yes. I'm not saying 100%. It's okay. Can I maintain that calmness? I need not to do anything. First step is the last step. That continuity is broken. So who will tell you that continuity is broken? Your Viveka. Of going deeper from the very first step, we go take a different route. Be comfortable. Move the mind from the top of the head to the toes, looking at all the seeing, feeling, looking, seeing, and feeling. and Asian being comfortable and steadiness. If our awareness on the unbroken continuity of calmness at the same time, this may be the last session you will see done. I have what we talk about the true nature. It is there. I feel the presence. Carefree. It is behind all the thoughts, feelings, sensations, past. Turmoil on the surface in an ocean deep inside. The water is calm. It is the same mind deep inside, not affected by any thought, feeling, sensation, sound. That is free, my friends. And then, well, that is another seed. I always remind is existence. Waves are outside, doesn't affect at any time, in any event. We are the existence. So that is why I give 4 steps every time, almost in every that helps you to reflect and awaken to Viveka. And in the simplified mind. So remain cheerful, one side of the mind. You are already continuity of calmness is there, but still we have to purify the mind. So look inside the belly button and breathing quick, short, gentle breath from both the nostrils, please. Quick, fast, quick, gentle, short breath. Continue, my friend. Continue, quick and short. Belly when you inhale, belly contracts when you exhale. We need to see from the lower to the higher center, and that means purification. Continue. and stop it. Deep, silent, slow breathing. It should take time. First into the belly, rib together while breathing out. Make the humming sound louder, deeper, longer. Mm. Continue. Next breath is deeper than the previous one. It means you are fully aware of inhale. So the exhalation. Mm. Stop this, but continue with the deep, silent, slow breath. That is your next is 3. And the mind is the driver. As you inhale, move the mind with the breath going in inside the right arm, in the space, right arm, either from the shoulder or from the fingertips. When you exhale, highway is the space inside the right arm. Breath is the car. You know what happens? That mind reflects the wrong notion that I am the body. In the moment you have, I'm not the body, you start having, a deeper experiences of Nyasa. To the mind inside the left arm. You see, can I say 4 pointed awareness? The breath is the car. Second point of awareness, the mind moves with the breath inside and outside. Awareness is the height, the space, the darkness inside. And what's common to all? It is awareness. See, it prevents the mind to go and get carried away by the false notion simultaneously. Is very important, the most important step. Now move the mind inside the right leg. Wait, you all. We are becoming a seeker, and the seeker alone. Now moving the mind inside the left leg. Four-pointed awareness is common. You see the breathing, awareness of the mind moving with the breath, awareness of the highway, the space inside. This is the fourth point. But that fourth point is common in all the three. And now when it is supported, separate. Was very happy to amass wealth, glorious life to his son, daughter, mother, father. But what he was doing dropped completely by a simple question. In the mind, in the spine, from the crown of the head to the tailbone, the space within crown of the head. In many, movement is known as walking on the path, less path. Because through Viveka, we are the body. We are the owner of the body. In the moment that awareness leads to unusual variety of experiences. So we are deeper, drop this breath and start super shanti deep inside the head or the heart, wherever the thought occurs, the feeling, image, and any beautiful experiences happening, Om Shanti. I have already explained couple of times. Your response is Om Shanti. With reference to any thought enters into the mind at this moment, what is going to happen? You start living in that wisdom, viveka, all the time. Mind says, I am angry over you, but before it says you, Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. There is nothing in the mind, it's okay. Remain as you are in a state of doing nothing. But the moment any thought comes, your response is Om Shanti. And now leave this step. We move into the stage number 5, casually. As if the mind is perfect and casual, it moves inside the crown of the head. It stays there for a few seconds, saying mentally, Om. Then it goes down inside the forehead, Om. Then it goes down inside the heart, in the space, Om. Inside the belly button, Om. You drop. I think you are clear when I say you drop, like a drop of water falls in a rainy season, totally effortless. And go again to the crown of the head. First, be sure you are into that infinite space, and there you drop Om inside the forehead, at any point on the forehead. There are a lot of misconceptions that we should have a third eye. My master used to say, and from the text, it centers points inside the forehead, spread over the entire forehead. Point will do. So don't locate physically. Become aware of the inside the forehead is enough. The same way inside the heart, same way inside the crown. The mind is moving. Om. And when perfect condition, instant experiences takes place. And stop this. Looking at the breath going in and out, knowing the breath going in and out, feeling this, and no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Any chalice in the meditation practice is because of now we understand it. Lack of viveka. Nothing, remain as you are in the state of doing nothing. If you consider this is also and if you find any thought returns, return to the three-pointed awareness of the breath. Other state of awakening. Understand, my friends, that knowledge of the vis at this point and takes you deeper into the meditation. If that viveka is, then we miss the whole practice. Even if we have been doing the practice in years. So we need to live our life in that viveka. Yeah, mistakes. We all. But what happens? We return to the viveka. We do not the impression of that wrong notion in the action in the thought to take place in our mind. See that. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the palms. Know your experiences and bring the hand. We will share our experiences. How are you, Stephen?
Oh,
Listening
oh,
to me?
yes. I actually have a little bit of delay going on my computer, so that was challenge number one. Um, it, I'm actually somewhat, for lack of words, blown away because yesterday I went on a walk last night, and my first